Yep, I bought the Fujifilm X-H2S. And hello guys, Emmanuel from Geekception here, and I'm so excited to get this Fujifilm X-H2S, and there are some reasons I got it, especially as someone who has the Fujifilm X-T4. Let's get into it. And welcome back guys. Now if you're new here, I'm Emmanuel, this is Geekception. Please take a seat, be comfortable, and in case you are returning, well, please introduce yourselves to each other. Now my main camera of choice right here is the Fujifilm X-T4, and I have enjoyed shooting with it for at least 3 years now, but there is one major problem that I have with this camera. And no doubt, hands down, it has to be the autofocus. And for the kind of work that I do, which is either YouTube, TikTok, or client work, I always find that the autofocus on the X-T4 is one where I don't know what I'm going to get. Sometimes it is great and I don't need to worry about anything. Other times it is haunting, or it just cannot even keep me or the subject in focus at all, which is deeply frustrating. Which leads me to why I bought the X-H2S. And the first reason will be that I have always wanted a second camera, especially since I'm doing a lot more client work now. And I was looking at the XS10 originally, and then I thought, hey, why go lower than the X-T4? Why not go higher? And yes, it is pricey, especially here in Malaysian ringgit, but you do get what you pay for, and there are some features I'm really excited about. And first is the body. And here on the X-H2S, it has a better grip than the X-T4 and a full-size HDMI port, which I never thought was a big deal until I started using the X-H2S and mind blown. And the last thing is that it uses the same batteries as my X-T4, which means that I can just swap between both cameras and always have a battery charged at all times. And I think the biggest thing I love, especially coming from my X-T4, is the improved autofocus. And the first thing I did when I unboxed the X-H2S right here is to download the 3.0 firmware. And I've used the X-H2S here for just a little over a week, and the autofocus performance has just been so much better. And in the last video I uploaded, which was the OnePlus 11 unboxing, I used the X-H2S as my second camera angle, which is actually the intention of why I got the X-H2S as well, so I can have multiple angles and multiple options. And another big thing on the X-H2S that I love is that it's big. It shoots in 6K resolution and up to ProRes. And I know we get caught up a lot of times as filmmakers or people who create content in the new gear or a new piece of equipment, but ultimately we should not forget that the point of all of these things we get is to be able to make our lives better, or do things faster, or do things we could not do before. And with the 6K here on the X-H2S, I'm able to shoot just one piece of content and just crop it in the center for vertical videos like TikTok. So recently I've been obsessed with shawarma from Le Arabian Kebab, and the only thing I can tell you is try it. No, really. And I can already see how this can help me, especially with client videos where I can just use the X-H2S as my main camera and then, just crop it in vertically in case the client wants a TikTok or Instagram reels or whatever like that, and then use my X-T4 as the second camera angle where I can cut in between the two. And this really, really enables me to be able to do stuff where I don't need to, set up another separate camera. So eventually saving me time and most definitely saving me money. Next is dynamic range, and here on the X-H2S, like I said, it shoots in ProRes up to 6K, which means that you get the full quality. And even if you're not shooting in ProRes, it has f-log2 as the color profile as opposed to just f-log1 on the X-T4, which means you have, again, better dynamic range. You can push the shadows, you can get better highlights, and apart from that, it's also future proof, which means that I can just plug in a Blackmagic recorder or a Atomos recorder and get Blackmagic RAW, or I can get like the ProRes RAW, I think, with this camera, especially if I just want to, get more quality in the future down the line, which is a great thing. Better options in the future is always great. And the last thing here that I love about the X-H2S, which is not really any different from my X-T4, is just the Fuji juice, my film simulations, just the economics of using a Fujifilm camera. Now, would I have loved to have all of my dials like I have on my X-T4? Yes, I really love my dials on the X-T4. But, switching my mindset from just, hey, I want to take photos and videos with this camera to, hey, this is a video first camera, has really helped me, process the fact that I lost many of the dials that I really love on the X-T4. So yeah, when it comes to just, the experience of shooting, the interface, the menus, even though they can be a bit much Fuji, I look forward to just, taking more photos and videos. And in fact, that's the biggest thing I got from the X-H2S, is that I just want to shoot more videos and I just want to take more photos, which as a creative is always a great thing. Now, if you have the X-T4 like me and you've also gotten the X-H2S, or you're someone who has the X-T4 and is thinking of upgrading, what are some of your thoughts? Please let me know in the comments down there below. And if you're like me and you use the X-H2S for videos, what tips and tricks do you have for me to use or to improve my quality and workflow with the camera? Please also let me know in the comments down there below. And yes, that's pretty much it. That is my new camera, the Fujifilm X-H2S. I'm really excited to create lots of content with this camera, especially with the 6K mode and with, just a better body and a better autofocus and what it enables me to do for my creativity. Thank you for checking out my video. I really appreciate your time. If you have not already, please consider subscribing so you don't miss future videos, especially from the X-H2S right here, as I have some other content planned up. But yes, that has been it for me. Thank you so much for your time. I really love and appreciate you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.